Every human being is worth listening to a story.
Who you are here in high school, but it's not who you are, right? You'll find yourself there.
Failure's okay, and everybody does that, and nobody actually really cares if you fail as long as you kind of keep going.
How you respond to adversity marks your character is what I like to say, and in college you're given plenty of opportunity to respond.
I could have done it without college, there's no way.
Not everybody knows that they can do it if they just do a little bit more.
I've certainly never known anybody that has come back and said, I wish I would have messed around more. I wish I would have goofed off more.
Just because something horrible happens or something that seems like, oh, that's what I wanted to do and I can't do it, that doesn't mean you can't. It means you have to take that experience and make positive out of it.
Hello, my name is Steve Thorpe. I'm a math teacher at Sweet Home High School. I'm also the head wrestling coach. When I originally went to school, I was going to study business, and I went to wrestle in college. And I learned very fast that I didn't want to be a business degree with my continued wrestling, and I wanted to teach, and that was kind of something I kind of wanted to do. And then I had an injury my sophomore year wrestling. I say it was God dumped me on my head to open my eyes, and I became very passionate about wanting to be a teacher and where I wanted to teach, and I wanted to come back to Sweet Home where I'm at right now. And so that's why I wanted to be a teacher. I wasn't originally a math teacher. I'm a K through 12 PE specialist with background in adaptive physical activities, and I added a math minor. There's a lot more jobs in math, and absolutely love teaching math. I went to Pacific University as a freshman, then transferred to Oregon State University. After my freshman year, I wanted to go to Oregon State. I wanted to be closer to home, and I wrestled. My experience, it was a great experience. 5 years in college while wrestling and working and building relationships, making friends. College was a good time. It was a very good time. So when I came home, I had a pretty broad view of different places and that I'd traveled to, and I think that helped shape me, along with the people I met helped shape me in my profession as a teacher. I had some great professors. I had some bad professors, and I learned from all of them. I learned what to do. I learned that how to respond. I learned how not to respond. So I think that's how it kind of shaped me. It gave me, now you have to learn while you're on the job too. There's things that you don't learn in school, but what you do is you have that base though. When you leave high school, I think you need to do something. You need to go somewhere. You need to go trade school, military, university, community college, something. It's a cliche. You've got the rest of your life to work. Yep, you've got the rest of your life to work. And every bit of education you can get, every training you can get, means you're going to get paid more, you're going to be more employable, you're going to have greater opportunities with that. Even down to getting loans. One of the things that says, how much schooling do you have when you're trying to buy your first home or your second home? And, I believe that experience helps you out in the training you get. I faced all kinds of challenges. I had to meet deadlines. I had to make weight to wrestle in a match. I had to find out how am I going to pay for my rent that month. There's always a challenge. Life's a challenge. It isn't what happens to you that affects you. It's how you respond to what happens to you. I go to class all day, and then I'd go to wrestling practice, and then I'd come home and grab my homework, and then I'd go to work. And then I'd get up and start up the same thing the next day. And the challenges of having to manage your life and manage your time and manage your money while at school, knowing that this is an investment. It's the greatest investment I ever made in my life. That was some of the challenges I had, was managing my life. How you respond to adversity marks your character is what I like to say, and in college you're given plenty of opportunity to respond. During college, like I said, I wrestled. I also refereed. I worked. I played intramural softball. I was part of a group in adaptive physical activities program to where I did Saturday clinics with special needs kids. I was assigned 1 or 2 kids a term, and I got to work with them. The value in that was incredible. The families I got to meet was incredible. So, but yeah, I wrestled and I hung out with friends. I played some Nintendo. You had study groups that you'd go to study groups, and so I was always involved. There wasn't a lot of sit around time. Well, like I said before, I had some really good ones, and I had some bad ones. But I had some that didn't show grace, and I had others that showed incredible grace. And it taught me that, you know what, I have to extend grace. I operate on grace. I believe I'm given grace all the time. To be given grace, it taught me how to be graceful. I also learned you got to manage yourself. I had some great professors. Barb Cusimano was an incredible lady in my life as a professor. Jeff McCubbins probably has one of the greatest impacts of my life in my college profession. He's the one that took a risk on me and funded my master's work. Put me on a scholarship for adaptive physical activities. And I got to teach that here for a long time. I got to teach the special needs PE and people that took chances on me and had deadlines and held you accountable. They shaped me a lot. I've heard people talk about the Civil War, the Oregon State. I wrestled in the Civil War. I've been at McCarthy Court and I've been at Gill Coliseum when people are there and we're wrestling the Civil War. And so those were some of my greatest experiences. And then attending, we weren't good at football when I was there, but we did beat the Ducks once. And that was awesome. The people I made friends with in college, they're my lifetime friends. They're some of my best friends right now. You have to be able to manage everything. You got to be, what I use on making sure my grades are updated now, making sure kids are taken care of when some's missed. I got to make sure I got them covered. I still have to be here on time. That's in college, I had professors that, that's what they help. How you manage. There's just like sometimes there's more month than there is money. Right? And you have to find a way. Well, sometimes there's just a little too much homework, a little too much reading, then there is time. So you got to find a way. And so I think that's what I'll take from college is helping me manage. And I do the same thing now in the classroom. When I was in high school, I always planned to go to college, but I didn't know what it would look like 33 years later. That's how long I've been teaching. 33 years later, I didn't know that had any of one of those hard times, I had quit. I don't know what life would look like now. I know I wouldn't have these relationships that I have and these opportunities I've been given in my life, and through the teaching, the clubs, the coaching, the advisors, the people I've met in this school, the ones that have come, the ones that have go, And during that college time, had when it gotten hard, I gave up. I don't know what my 33 years from that point to now would look like. I'd get better grades. I'd study better. I'd do better. I wouldn't exasperate myself either. I wouldn't take as many credits as I did at times. I was told in high school by a teacher that people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And I think sometimes I failed to plan. And so because of that, my grades suffered. It suffered at the front end of my college, not at the latter end when I grew up, matured more, and realized that I'm spending a lot of money and I need to be getting what I came here to do. Me coming back here was always my plan. And I had a lot of opportunities not to. My wife owns her own salon. She went into the trades. I went and got a degree. My daughter Taylor has a degree from Oregon State. My daughter Natalie went into the trades and owned her own salon. My son is currently in college. They're doing something, but they're going out and getting life experience. I would just encourage kids to go somewhere, go out of your comfort zone, go do something. You can't say I can't afford it because there are ways. Be poor for a little bit if you have to, but you need to go. You need to go and experience something because you never know what your next 33 years is going to look like. There's no way I could have ever had penciled out what 33 years of education would have looked like. But I shake at the thought of what it might have looked like had I not taken a chance, gone out, gone to school, and know that, no matter how far you get away from home, home's always home. And so you always got a place to come back to.